Here we are going to study computer organization. We will look into different units of computer and how those units are coordinating with each other for completing the task what our computer does. These various units are input unit, output unit, storage unit which stores the data and information, and processing unit, central processing unit, which actually performs all kind of processing in computer. First, coming to input unit. Okay, input unit does mainly three tasks. First thing, we as a user provide the input to input unit. Okay, then once the data is received by input unit will send it to storage unit. So in memory, one copy of that input will be stored, and then it will be sent for further processing to CPU. Once the processing is done, the final result will also be stored in storage unit, and the final result will be sent to output unit, and through output unit for users all results will be displayed. This is in very broader way we have seen. Now let us see individually each unit what all steps it is taking, what all things it is performing. When user gives some input to input unit, for example, input units most widely used are keyboard, mouse, etc. So when we as a user give input to input unit, what three tasks input unit does? Input unit first accepts our data and then converts that data into information, computer understandable format. Whatever input we have given, input unit will convert that into computer understandable format and sends it to memory unit. Okay, these three tasks it does. Why does it have to convert the data whatever we have inputted using input unit? Because computer is an electronic device. It does not understand the English like language which we are using to give the commands to computer. So computer understands only signals, electric signals 0 or and 1, on or off. Okay, for that purpose input unit will convert our English like message command into computer understandable format and sends the copy to storage unit. Okay, after that what storage unit will do? Storage unit will save the one copy of the input which is received by input unit. Okay, and then it will send the input for further processing to CPU. Here, while CPU is performing or doing processing on the given input, there are intermediate results also. All those intermediate results also will be stored in storage unit. Once the final processing is done and final result is calculated, that also CPU will send it to storage unit. And then storage unit will send that final result to output unit. Here we can see three tasks storage unit is performing. It is receiving input data from input unit and storing copy of input received. Second thing, it is just storing intermediate results also while processor is performing some processing. Whatever intermediate results we are getting, all those intermediate results are also being saved in storage unit. And third thing what storage unit will be doing is it will be sending the processed result to the output unit. Okay, now let's come into output unit. What output unit will do? Output unit will receive the data from storage unit which will be in computer understandable format. Then it will just convert that result into user understandable format and just gives the result to the users. How it will give? It will be displaying the result, or it will give some printout depending on what output unit we are using. Through that output unit will just giving the result out for the users. So what three tasks output unit is doing? It is receiving the final result from storage unit. Then it is converting that result into user understandable format. And third point is it is displaying out the results using output unit. These are the various tasks. In this block diagram of computer, we can see input unit and output unit, and here you can see storage unit is again divided into two more parts, primary storage and secondary storage. And then CPU is also divided into control unit and arithmetic logic unit. So secondary storage unit and primary storage unit, there is a lot of difference between these two types of storages. Primary storage will be working very closely with the processor. So whatever processing is going on in CPU, that time whatever data it needs, all data sending and receiving of data, primary storage will be doing. Okay, and once all processing is done, whatever primary storage contents will be stored in secondary storage, and from secondary storage it will be sent to output unit. Because primary storage is volatile and it loses its contents once power is not supplied to a computer. So all data after processing whatever was there in primary storage will be sent to secondary storage. Secondary storage is non-volatile memory, but it is very slow. For that purpose, we need primary memory devices to work closely with the nearly similar speed of processor, so that processor doesn't have to wait for memory to send and receive the data. Primary storage is very fast, secondary storage is slow. Primary storage is very expensive, so the capacity of primary storage is limited. Secondary storage is not expensive and we have it in enough capacity. The capacity is more for secondary storage devices. This is all about storage unit in short, and here you can see in CPU there is one control unit and arithmetic logic unit. Arithmetic logic unit will perform all the processing tasks. Whatever task commands we have given to computer, all processing work will be done in arithmetic logic unit. All arithmetic and logical operations will be performed here. Coming to control unit is the unit who will really control all other devices, all other units, and coordinates with all other units for the data processing task, whatever computer is performing. Here in this diagram, we can see the arrows indicate the flow of instructions and data, and the dotted line shows the control exercised by the control unit. Okay, control unit controls input unit, output unit, memory unit, and also ALU. So control unit is controlling all other units. Storage unit is sending and receiving data to and from the process CPU, and it is receiving input from input unit and giving the final output after processing to output unit. So this is all about the block diagram and working of the all units of computer in broader way.